Hello everyone, my name is Alisha. Welcome to Camel's Digital Art Workshop. Today we are going to learn Spring Song. Today we are going to use acrylic pastel colors by Camel. We need paints, some brushes. We are using fine liners, an eraser, a pencil, Camel's premium sketchbook, A4 size, and some white paint. So the first step is we will be dividing our painting into 3 parts, right? We have to keep equal distance here. We are going to draw the hill. This is the hill. We are going to draw the hill first and then the mountain later. Mountain will come in the later part. We'll draw the hill first. We have 3 houses here. We are going to draw 3 lines for the 3 houses. So, we are drawing a road. This is the road. It's going uphill, right? So, after you draw this hill, you have to draw the hill. You have to draw the road starting from this point. It has to be thinner here and thicker as it comes closer to you. So we'll do this. We are going to keep this pad open for the flowers that we are going to add. These flowers, we are going to keep this pad open. A tree here. For now, we can just draw around. When we go in with the paints, we can give the tree a little more dimension. This has to be longer so that it looks like one hill is overlapping the other, and that's where our road is going ahead from. We can just draw rough lines here for now for our flowers. Now, this is the basic layout of our painting. What we are going to do is we are going to draw the mountain now. After we draw the mountain, we'll go ahead with a little pencil lines here and there so that you know what is placed where, and then we'll go ahead with the paints. And this is our snow. We are going to draw 2 big trees here. So here we have flowers. So I'm just going to draw the stems of the flowers and what direction the flowers are going into, so that we know where we are placing them. I want to show you the flowers that we are making this side. They are all leading towards this. So this is the direction the flowers are going to be in. There are going to be some flowers here. Very light pencil lines for now. We'll go ahead and fill that up with paint. We are going to make another flower pad here. Alright, this is our basic outline with the pencil. Now we will be going ahead with the paint. We are using Camel Acrylic Pastel colors. These are vibrant colors which will really add to the painting. We'll see how. We are going to start by painting the sky first. Why are we doing that? We are doing that because as we paint, say this is the brush and we start painting here. If we paint here first and here later, we might have to wait for this paint to dry because we want to keep our hand here. The paint might touch your hand, it gets a little messy. We are going to avoid that. What we are going to do is we are going to start from here. So we are going to take the pastel blue that we have and going to add it with some white. Here we are going to do the lighter color for the sky and a little bit darker for the mountain. So after you do the first layer, you will see a little bit of creases. We're going to take some water only on the same brush and then blend it, make it look smooth so that your artwork does not look patchy. The next step is using the blue that we had taken. I'm going to mix the blue on the other side and take a little white in it, not entirely. these two mountains, we can keep both these mountains a shade lighter. So we can go with one lighter shade for the mountain that's in the back and one light darker for the one that's in the front. Next up, we'll go with the darkest shade that this palette gives us, and we'll do this mountain. The next step is doing the white. Go in with white directly. Thick paint might look good here. We make green with some yellow and blue. So I am using the mint green, the pastel teal, the blue and the yellow. These are the 4 shades I will be using to make our different shades of green. I'm going to make the darkest shades. We are not using any white and we are using less of yellow and making like the borders of the green that we have to make. Going with some teal first, going with some mint green. So I'm going to start with the border just so that it's clean as I begin. This. Now we're going to use some yellow. I am going to take some of the green from this side and put it here. Take some yellow, mix it. Now we have the lighter shade. You can go ahead and make the lighter parts of the mountain. Now I'm also taking some yellow and adding a little highlight there. The trees, we are going with the darkest shade with some white in it. I will show you how. So you start with the darkest shade. Now again, I'm taking white directly. I'm using white directly. I'm not adding a lot of water to it. Why is that? Because this paint has a texture. This paint has a shine. Next step is take some white. I'm going to put some white here. Why have I done that? Because I want the white to be a little off. So I'm taking very tiny, a little tiny drop of yellow, mixing it with the white, doing the body of the houses that we have. Peach is the color that we are going to use. Look at the peach. The peach is a little dark. I'm also going to take some yellow. I'll just take this yellow here. Mix some yellow with our peach. This is the color that we've gotten. You can go with the yellow and peach mixture and do the roofs of the tree. Alright, the next step is adding some white to it. We took some white, added it this side. This is the color we are going to use for the pads, for the flower pads. The pathway, there are not going to be any flowers. So what I am doing is I'm not adding water as much as I did. I'm going to take some peach again, some yellow. Got the darker shade of peach. I'm going to take some white. These are a little darker. These we want to be a little lighter. Now that this is done, the next step is highlighting the pathway. How are we doing that? We're using white again. For the flowers, we are starting with some white now. Although we do want to go for purple flowers, but we are starting with some white. With some white, I'm just going to block the colors. You can always go ahead with white. White will give you the base for it, and then when you do your desired color over white, it will be more visible, it will be more opaque. I'm just going to finish these trees. To finish the trees, we are using the darkest shade of green that we had. I want it to be a little more darker because the trees are darker, right? So I will use some blue. Alright, the color that we are going for is lilac. Same series, pastel lilac color. So I'm going to make one shade lighter, one shade dark. For the darker shade, I'm going to take some peach that we used, some blue again. Blue is great to make paints look a little darker, some blue and then some lilac in it. So this is the darkest color we have, this is the lightest color we have, and this is the original lilac shade that this series provides us. Now this has to be vertical. It does not have to be horizontal, it has to be vertical. Now you take this and then you dab it like this. So once you do 1 and 2, you get a flower. I'm taking all 3 because it does not have to be perfect. Now we are going to do this, the grass or the stems of the flowers that we've made, and the darkest shade that we had used for the darkest trees, we're going to take that and draw grass like this. So this, I'm just going to give it a minute to dry before I go ahead with fine liners. Final step is the fine liner step. Camel's fine liners are very smooth. The best part about fine liners is that you can do fine liners over acrylic paints, you can do fine liners over watercolor, you can do fine liners over paper, over canvas, and there is a good variety of thickness that comes along with it. We are going for the 0.2 size of the fine liner set that we have. First step is doing the houses. How do we do the houses? You highlight the roofs of the houses. You're able to do it. Just adding a few lines here and we will be done. Presenting to you spring song. Thank you all for joining. It was amazing, and please tag Kokyo Camlin if you plan on posting it, and Alisha Angre, and we would love to see what you have learned with me today. Thank you.